Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video to kind of explain how I made all of my flushometer setups. People have been asking for a while and I never really answered, so here we go. This was my third setup technically, but it was the first one that worked. The other two were the setup that had the smaller pressure tank and the one with the two PVC pipes. And then technically before that you could say that I had one with one big 4-inch PVC pipe, but I never really set it up, so it doesn't count. But this one worked because, first of all, the tank was much bigger. The smaller one was either 2 or 4 gallons, I can't remember, but it wasn't enough. So I got this, which is a 20-gallon tank, I believe. And the main thing was that I could get a 1-inch pipe, which is what this is, to run all the way from the tank to the toilet. That's the most important thing when you're going to make a flushometer setup. Now this one did have some problems though, because at all of these joints the pipe actually gets smaller than 1 inch, and that restricts flow, which isn't good. So that one had some problems. And then with the hoses, they actually started to swell up when I would turn on the water, which is kind of scary. You don't want that to happen. So I stopped using this setup for a while, and I actually left it out over winter. So I don't really trust that tank anymore, so I'm not going to use it. And then when it warmed up again last summer, like grasshoppers actually went into this tube. I got them all out. It was the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life, but I was able to get them all out, and there are probably some in the tank. It's just really disgusting. So I'm done with this tank, and I wanted to set up in my bathroom, so I went and bought another one. This time I went with a smaller 14-gallon tank, but this was my best setup so far. It's because I used 1-inch pipe all the way from the pressure tank to the toilet without any restrictions in flow. You can see the joints are actually bigger than on this one. So that's the reasoning behind the 1-inch pipe all the way to the toilet. So the parts that you're going to need are, of course, a pressure tank, obviously. You're going to need a way to get some 1-inch pipe all the way to your toilet, and I also have a check valve. That means that water can only go in to the setup and it can't come back out through this way. The only way out is for it to go through the toilet. And then I also have a pressure gauge. Goes up to 100 psi, and of course then that connects through a metal pipe to the flushometer. So it's really not that hard. You just gotta buy the parts, which can be pretty expensive. I think the tank was $150, something around there. The pipe wasn't too bad. Then the gauge and the check valve were probably 10 each. Then this is that flushometer that I got and unboxed a long time ago, so I've just been using it for years. I think I got it for like 30 bucks on eBay, so it wasn't too bad. You can find some good deals on those. So yeah, that's the flushometer setup. This one's meant to hook up to a normal toilet supply line. So instead of hooking it up to a fill valve and toilet tank, you can literally just hook it up to this flushometer setup. This one over here was actually meant to hook up to a garden hose, so you can do that too. But it made it a lot easier because this was the one that I actually installed in my bathroom for a while, and I had the Kohler downing setup on it. Sorry for the weird cut right there. I recorded the other part of the video earlier in the day, and I just kind of ended it right there. But I decided that I want to show you guys why you really need a pressure tank. because I know some people have just asked if they could use a garden hose and hook the flushometer up directly to that. So I'll show you what that looks like. And this is full power. This is the best case scenario. So obviously you really need a pressure tank for a flushometer setup to work. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.